That's your starting point. You're going to want to work from there out.
A starting point that retired Chesterfield Police Captain Steve Neal says could help lead to closure for this family.
They want to try to cover every inch of ground.
Ground that the Chesterfield Police Department cleared and revisited Friday after more than 2 years, as they dug for clues in the renewed death investigation of Nick Clavier.
Really, this is the only way that we can say that we've actually done everything we could logically to find out where the truth is.
Its Clavier family has been seeking since the October 2015 day this husband and father was found shot in the head.
He was a really nice man. He didn't deserve to die.
Orange paint now marks the spot where Nick's vehicle crashed with his 4 children inside.
In my heart, obviously what happened was the story I've been told over and over by my children.
I saw the guy pointing a gun.
Which was that
I heard a loud noise.
somebody shot him.
I looked over, I saw my dad. He was bleeding and blood was going everywhere.
Police initially ruled the death as an accident, but changed the status of the case from cleared to pending after a CBS 6 investigation revealed ballistics determined the bullet recovered from Clavier's brain did not match his gun. But Michaela, who was in the passenger seat that day, says it came from a vehicle she would later sketch.
And the fact that there's a gun that is not on scene, I don't think there's any way in the world you can rule out homicide. But they're going to have to examine everything they have, and then they're going to have to draw a conclusion as to whether they think it was a homicide, a suicide, or an accidental death.
Another weapon is just one of the items Neal believes police were searching for as they spent 6 hours combing through every inch of these woods. It's a case that he says has the most unusual set of circumstances he's seen in his 40-year career.
Either this was a homicide and the shooter retained a weapon, or it means that there is another weapon that they did not find, or it could possibly mean that there's another weapon that somebody removed from the scene before police arrived.
Regardless, Neal says, you can't ignore the science and must take this look back to move forward.
The forensic evidence, that's the reason why we do it, to make sure that it corroborates what we thought we saw at the scene. And if you find a case where it doesn't match, like in this case, then that tells us we need to go in another direction. We need to look somewhere else.
It would be amazing if, we could have justice brought for this, if something was found to where, a guilty party could be brought to justice. That would be huge, My kids wouldn't have to worry about who's still out there.
Neal says while he recognizes that the more time that passes, the less likely investigators are to find new evidence, he does think that there is a good chance that this case will be solved due to the media attention that it has generated. From his experience, he's certain that the public does not know everything that law enforcement knows about the case. He commends the department for taking the second look that they have on this case, even if that means it turns out that mistakes were made. Working for you in the studio tonight, Laura French, CBS 6 News.